What's going on, guys? We are finally back. I'm back in the UK now, and yeah, so we're gonna go over basically how to grow on Instagram and actually make money from it, whether that's faceless or a personal brand. But yeah, guys, on this channel I'm basically gonna be documenting my journey from making barely anything with my Instagram pages, personal brands, and with remote sales to obviously making a lot more. Firstly, the goal is going to be to 10k a month. So documenting the journey to 10k a month through this, and then obviously documenting my journey to a millionaire. Now, when I started on Instagram, I was stuck at like 100 followers for so long. And it wasn't until I actually started investing into myself, learning how to actually grow, that I actually started growing and actually learned how to make money. Yeah, so now I've got 2 accounts over 10k followers. It's not crazy, like I haven't got over 100k followers yet. But with those 2 pages, I'm able to actually make some money from it. If you guys want to join a completely free community where we teach people how to grow, how to monetize, and overall just become the best man possible, then I'll leave the link down below. And yeah, I'll see you guys in there. But my journey started all the way back in 2019. This was when I was still working at McDonald's, hating my life, like with a passion. Now, yeah, I decided to actually go ahead and make my own esports organization. So I started learning how to grow a little bit from that. Yeah, as I said earlier, I was stuck at around 100 followers for over a year. It wasn't until learning from people, asking others, getting help, that's when I actually started to grow. From there, I started applying real growth strategies and started getting some views and followers. After a while, we actually started getting some professional players in and also getting money from merchandise and donations and things like that. So with Instagram, there's literally so many different ways you can monetize and make money from it. And yeah, we're going to cover a few of those in the video later on. So tip 1 is to grow the right way. So first things first, you want to follow and engage with creators in your niche. This is big creators and small creators. You want to do this a lot so it warms up and creates your feed. Basically, creating your feed is going to allow you to see loads of different content you can actually go ahead and recreate in the beginning to get your page off the ground. So you basically want to engage with so many different people in your niche, so the Instagram algorithm literally feeds you very similar content. Now, you want to be consistent. Now, you probably heard this a lot, right? But you have to consistently post around the same time, consistently. For example, I post around 8 p.m. every single day. Sometimes I miss it, which is very bad. You should not do that because Instagram loves the pattern. If you can show to Instagram that you post consistently around the same time every day, it's going to really like you and actually push out your content. So yeah, patterns matter to Instagram. Okay, now the next best thing you can do when a small page or just beginning is you basically want to build a small loyal group of people who are going to consistently support you and your content. Now, you want to go onto their posts, like, comment, share and things. You can message them and you want to build a relationship with quite a few people who will consistently help you out, like, comment, share, save, etc. This will really help get your page off the ground in the beginning. Now, you want to go to fairly small creators, I'd say less than 50k in your niche. And what you want to do is actually recreate their best performing reels. Now I'm talking like at least over 100k views on their reels, and also from within the last 1 month. Now you're probably going to ask, how do I recreate content, right? So if you haven't already, you should have some kind of editing software. What I use is CapCut, but obviously some people use, Premiere Pro, Adobe After Effects, DaVinci Resolve and stuff like that. But obviously CapCut is very beginner friendly, and if you don't really know how to edit properly, then CapCut is going to be for you. I'm not very good at editing, but I've managed to grow pages and stuff like that. You don't have to be amazing at editing. CapCut is perfect, really. You want to go ahead and save the content that you want to recreate to a collection on Instagram. What I do is name this collection content pool, right? So I save all the content that I want to recreate into this content pool collection on Instagram. Then what I do is I send a link to WhatsApp so I can go onto my PC and actually download the video, and then I add that video into CapCut. From there, I extract the audio and add my own clips in, change the text, fonts, things like that to recreate it in my own kind of style, because you don't want to just go ahead and copy exactly what other people are doing, right? Because that is just bad. And Instagram sometimes cracks onto this as well and will dramatically reduce your reach or even ban your account. Now, when it comes to stories, what you guys want to do is, if you're a personal brand, you can show your lifestyle. So, you know, you want to be basically showing as much as you can about your lifestyle and making people want to actually have that kind of life, right? And also what you can do is provide value. This is especially good for theme pages as well. You want to provide as much value to your audience so they keep coming back, and obviously feel like you're actually helping them. Now, even when you're a small page, when it comes to monetization and making money, you can actually do some stuff now so that it doesn't become harder later. So essentially what you can do when you're a small page is you can build up an email list or a community or just something that gets them off of Instagram and where you have access to them to nurture them, etc. Now, the best way to actually build up an email list or get people to join a community is by giving away something for free that provides a lot of value. Now, you could just do little ebooks or guides, but the best thing is going to be, you know, things like video courses and stuff like that. You want to provide a lot of value that actually nurtures them, gets them into your emails or community where you can nurture them even more and down the line actually sell to them. Just think like this, right? So you're literally growing to 10k followers, right? And it takes quite a bit of time, okay? It could take, you know, less time for some and more time for others, right? Sometimes it does come down to luck and obviously, you know, positioning yourself in the best possible position to actually get that luck and get lucky with growing your page, right? So as you're growing to 10k followers, you can literally be growing your email list massively. So when you reach that 10k followers and have a solid product to give to people, and you know all your audience is actually nurtured properly, you're gonna have so many emails there to literally send an email out selling your product, which can literally make you, you know, 5k, 10k, or even more if you do it right. There's actually so many different ways you can actually go ahead and monetize your page. You got things like digital products, physical products, affiliate marketing, sponsorships, brand deals, promotions, and yeah, they're just a few, but we'll go over a lot more in a later video. But my advice would be to start early, start growing your page, you know, and have a very good idea of how you actually want to monetize while you're growing. So when it comes to the time you can actually monetize, you're at a very good point and you know exactly what you need to do to actually make that money. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you found this video helpful, please do make sure you leave a like and subscribe. I'm going to do videos on how to grow and monetize a lot more in depth. On this channel, we're also going to be discussing things like masculinity, self-improvement, and overall just becoming the best man possible in all areas of life.